Hi everyone, I'm not a pro by any means, so I hope this isn't going to be seen to be an unexpert review, but I'm not an expert, so it probably will be. I invested in a Kickstarter program back in May, and today it turned up at my door. I got this box and another box. As you can read on this is the Sparkmaker LaserPro. It's a 10 watt and it's an engraver and cutter. I'm really not going to go through all the specs, etc., because you can do that yourself by searching. If you search for LaserPro, Sparkmaker LaserPro in YouTube, it will give you the appropriate website. Hey Tommy, can you hear me okay? It'll send you to the appropriate YouTube videos, etc. It's a neat bit of kit. It's a laser engraver cutter with a camera, and you can basically put whatever you want onto the bed as a design or picture, take a photo of it, and then superimpose that onto your piece and engrave on it. It's a 10 watt blue diode, so yeah. But again, I'm not going to get too much into the technical aspects. I'm just going to take you through the unboxing. So here we go. If anyone wants a close-up of anything, just let me know. You can see there's about 7 people in now, so welcome to those of you that aren't YouTube subscribers. You're welcome to hit the button. Let's go. So it's very well sealed. It's come all the way from China. We've been kept in pretty good communications by the company Sparkmaker that have made this. If you're in the know, you might recognise the name. They have created some successful Kickstarter projects in the past with 3D printers and the like. Hey Wooden Things, you alright mate? How you doing? Right, so let's get this packet open. Jay, Tommy, there's another 4 people hiding behind the scenes according to YouTube, so we shall see. Right, so not much to show so far, right? For my money, just more cardboard. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, just cardboard. Right. For all I know, this could be full of bricks. Right, here we go. Oh, what's this? What's this? Well, that's I'm hoping there's a laser printer in here, a laser engraver in here. That's a handy little bag. Nice of them to think of me needing a little denim bag. Yeah, great. Right. Well, I think that's a freebie. I don't think that's part of it. Is it bright enough, guys? Can you see the pictures all right? Two accounts open. Right, let's have a look at what's in here. So some less solid bits of foam. So we shall put those down. It looks like it's been at sea, but it's actually been on a plane. So that little micro switch should add a little bit of a press there. So let's look at what we've got here. So I think this is part of the gantry. One thing it does feel is absolutely solid, so that's a good sign. Let's have a look at this packet here. What have I got here? So this looks like peripheral cable. Yeah, standard USB type. Is that type A? I think that might be type A to type C. Type B. Pretty good. Let's see what it says on there. USB 2. Okay. Looks like a standard printer cable. It's all good. And then I've heard about this off others who've received their Hey Gav, who received their printers. Pretty much a wide selection, very wide selection of tools, screws. I don't want to lose them because they've all got their respective label on. Look at them there. That's going to be fun, isn't it? Look at the size of those. They're tiny, 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 tiny. M2 10mm nuts. Bag of spanners and Allen keys. Oh, that's nice. Look, you even got the smallest. You take these out of the packet. So looks like I don't need to get all my Allen keys out because I've got the very smallest of them, and then graded up in size. That's quite handy, and I know that they're going to hopefully be the right size. I won't need to be searching for my Allen keys, which I have to admit do find themselves all over the shop. And a little spanner. All good. Jay, question for Jay. You're welcome, mate. Carrie, please ask away. So Gav, interesting question. No idea, mate. No idea, but we might give that a go at some point. You never know. Right. So, oh my goodness, that's going to be fun, isn't it? That's a set of bolts and clips that I have to put together. So I'm guessing if I've got that many bolts, I've got that many nuts. Oh my goodness. So something tells me I won't be building this on a live. I'm going to record it. I'm probably going to have to fast forward it, or I might just do it on time lapse, because I'm just going to read how many are in this packet in a minute. But that feels like a big number. Doesn't say. That looks like, what have I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 15 there, and there's about 90 bolts there, I reckon. About 9, maybe 60, 70. Let's have a look. 60 or 70 nuts there. 4 decent sized bolts there. What else we got? More bolts. I'm going to get quite handy with the old spanner and screwdriver after this. What's this? This is open loop synchronous belt, 2.25 meters. So I think that's one of the drive belts. That's good. Got some toothed idler and smooth ice idler and glue cushions. I'm assuming they're belt runners and belt drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does anyone fancy giving me a hand? And then about 20 or 30 M5 30mm flathead screws. Well, they don't look like flathead screws, they look like they're not flathead. Right, and an M5 gasket and a 25mm screws and a load of M5 nuts. So by the time I've done all that, guys, I am going to be going nuts, I can tell you. So bag of nuts, bag of nuts, bag of nuts, bag of spanners. Not got to the good bit yet. I can see the lasers right on the top And I'll put the lid back on, trying to keep you here for another couple of minutes. Right, bag of spanners, 2 really small thin nuts. This is the on-off switch. The on-off switch, the on-off switch, quite interesting. This I believe can operate in offline mode once you've sent your engraving pattern to it. But it has it's quite a nice quality kill switch by the look of it, with a loom out to 5 or 6 with the motor drivers, stepper motors, etc., and a nice micro switch. Right, put all those back in the bag. Let's get some of the big items out. That's thoroughly depressed me looking at all of those nuts and bolts. Right, let's get that back in there. There was a pre-built version, or a 70% built version, which unfortunately wasn't offered to us at the time I backed this, and I haven't seen it offered as a capability. But I would recommend, if you don't have patience, go for the 70% pre-built option. I would. Plug and plug and plug. Yeah, plug and plug and plug, screw and screw and screw by the look of it. Right, let's chuck that over there. Right, let's chuck that cable over there. One thing for sure, I need to be making sure that my wits are about me when I do this. Right, there's the laser. I'm ignoring it again. I'm going to ignore the laser again, and we're going to have a look at the gantries. So it's all extremely heavy duty. That's a solid steel extruded bar. Got some grease on it, which is good. And then I'm assuming this is either a stepper motor or a gantry. Oh, I think that's the camera. I think it's got, if you look in this, you look in there, I think they must be power guides, I think. Don't know. I'm not gonna stick my fingers all over it. I almost did, but maybe I'll slide the camera in there, and that will power it. I don't know. We shall find out soon. All's looking good so far. There are a couple of items. The laser enclosure that saves you from going blind. Yeah, I'm not going to, mate. Don't you worry. I don't think that is the camera actually, because that has its runners. So they're runners for the on the gantry. So I assume they feel really smooth actually. So these are just aluminium extruded pieces, but they're machined nicely. The edges are all clean, nothing sharp from what I can see. And there are tons of these as well. So let's see how many large bars I've got. So there we go. So one. Get that out. That's not too friendly. It's a bit sharp, is that? Right. So three long bars, three long bars. I think what I'm looking at is side bars, camera bar. They're the camera ports that will go across the top. Let me see if I can get this in the picture. So these are going to be camera bars. Let me do it on the back. I'm going to change the camera. So if I'm not mistaken, these will go like this. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so we can see a little bit more. Okay. So these are, we'll do that. We're just about getting the picture, aren't we? So that, then that. And that will go across the end, like so. Camera gantry. Put that down there like that. Push that forward. Are we in? I think we're just about in there, aren't we? Let's build it on the table. So camera gantry with camera holes in the middle. These will be the runners. There will be two stands at the side for the camera. 4 feet, which raise it up off the surface. So these are look like 100 mil. They look like they're 100 mil. Let's measure. We're looking at 100 mil. So 104 inches raised off the ground to start with, clearance. All good. These are the risers. So these will be the risers that the overarching bar runs on, and this must be the gantry that the laser runs on. So yeah, it's all the pieces laid out as they will be. Up. I'll go at that end, that'll go at that end. Yeah, pretty good. Right, what's this? Oh, look, these are the engraving items. So so let's have a quick look at these. These are the sample pieces for that it can engrave. So they've got a nice metal dog tag, literally. So I look forward to seeing how it works on that. Another piece. These are all the samples for engraving. There we go. Another piece. With a nice little blue dog tag. No wood or anything else here, so that's interesting. That's a cat tag. That's a new one. A bit of a red dog tag. Another silver one. So a bit of a theme there as to the engraving samples they've given me. Hey Andy. Oh my god, Andy, it looks like the worst jigsaw puzzle in the world ever, apart from the outcome of it is pretty awesome. Whereas a jigsaw, the outcome is take it all up, put it back in a box, put it in a cupboard, never look at it again. Who wants to do that? Jigsaws don't really do it for me, I'm afraid. Right, should we have a look at the laser then? Woohoo! Right, I'm going to put these back in the box. To say, guys, I am really excited because there is a point where there are a lot of people worried that this laser engraver may never turn up. But the makers of it, Sparkmaker, to be fair, I always thought their comms were pretty good. Others thought otherwise, but you know, this is backing a company that hadn't actually made a product at the time, you know, I was backing a design at the end of the day. Yeah, Matt, get back to work. Go Kindrel, go Kindrel. Right, right, let's have a look at the laser. I don't know which camera to go on. Let's get it out on this camera first. So this is a 10-watt blue diode. I believe it's got a double laser focused onto a single point. It has a motorized, tell me, X or Y or Z, I don't know. Motorized access, very nice stepper motor. People, the one or two people that other than me that have received them to date have been very complimentary about the build of this unit. It has autofocus, and it can go up and over uneven surfaces. So I'm hoping it'll go up and over the shape of a bowl. I've seen it engrave a cup and not a flat cup, a cup that is on a gradient. So if you imagine my hand at an angle like this, it will laser all the way up, equidistant all the way up, and the stepper motor will run and up and down that angle. It won't just do flat and go straight across and back. It will actually go up, and also if I have a curve like that, it'll follow my hand and it'll follow the curve down and up on the other side and focus all the way around. You can see at the bottom, there's the focus, there's the autofocus unit, and that measures the distance from the item that you're engraving and maintains that distance throughout. That is one of the killer features, because I just didn't want to be focusing my laser every 5 minutes. I wanted it to do it for me. That feature and the camera feature plus the power of the laser and this unit, got to be honest, it does look pretty awesome, and it feels solid. It feels like, let's see if I can get closer there for you guys to have a look. Will it focus? Yeah, there you go. So let's see if I can get how close I can get. Bear with me. There you go. Doesn't have a lot of details on there, does it? But there you go. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to manual focus while you're moving up and over an uneven surface though, Tommy, I guess. But quite happy with that. Feels solid. I'm just going to put that down there. I'll leave that open. Now let's see. Yeah. I think I can put the laser back in here for now. And just so I'm very safe, I'm going to put all of these bits and bobs back in there. I can't lose them. Right guys, what's next? Right, so these are the corner pieces for fixing the stepper motors. I think these are, I don't know, I think they feel like aluminium and they're reasonably weighted, but solid. They're not plastic, which is cool. The brains of the unit. here we go. Here's the brains. All the ports required, the power. There's two 12-volt ports on here for running a fan, an extraction fan, and also if you want to put additional light or run any other 12-volt device, there's two additional ports on here, I believe. And there's a box that comes with as well. It's quite nicely got quite a nice array of heat sinks across the top, which I'm sure it'll need to generate the power. I'm just trying to see if there's anything written on it. There's no, just says LaserPro version 1.2.2, so I assume that's the firmware. I don't know whether we can flash it, but we shall see. But yeah, I'd say that looks pretty neat and tidy. Looks nicely soldered. I know they went through and prototyped a number of times, and they tested a few, came out not functional, but then they sent them back, and eventually it looks like they've got a really nice finish to that. I shall when I'm fitting that and plugging into it, I shall be making sure that I wear anti-static protection, and I shan't be plugging it in to any power units until I'm pretty ready to go and all the devices are cabled in. I like that, that looks cool. Been told these are really nice units as well, so let's have a look. Wow, that's heavy. That's one of the stepper motors. I've got two of these, but that's a really nice unit. Looks really nicely machined. It's very clean in terms of its design and build. I mean, I imagine, as we've seen, hopefully there's a lot of these things are going to be hopefully off the shelf products, not specifically custom made for this. So if we have a failure with some of the parts, I'm hoping that we'll be able to find the equivalents relatively easily. That's nice. They knew it was coming to the UK, so they've given me a UK plug. That's something special. Usual kettle lead. And again, all the accessories I think that you could probably wish to have. Cable ties, trunking covers, all there, so that looks good too. What we got here, more gantry connections. I'm not going to dig those out. What's we got here? Oh, that's another two corner pieces. For the ends opposite the stepper motors. Quite pleased with those. Pair of goggles. Now, I'm going to get shouted at by someone in the chat, but I might wear these for turning. Actually, they look pretty awful though. Whoa. Okay, so I didn't buy the enclosure that comes with this kit. It was a few extra pounds. It's a four-sided enclosure. I don't need four sides. I think I probably need two sides or even one side. I'm going to make an enclosure, and I'll just put. I shall just put a protective shield, which I'll buy off eBay or somewhere along the front, so that I can monitor it as I need to. Ah, this is the This is the webcam unit. This fixes on the overhead gantry, obviously pointing down. Any picture or words or items you want to engrave or cut, patterns, you can superimpose it directly over your piece. You can see it on the screen and you can hit go and you know exactly where the laser is going to pinpoint that engraving or that cut. That's the other killer feature along with the autofocus that it had. There are 4 killer features for me. There's the rotary access, the camera, the autofocus, the rotary access, the camera, and the long bed. So there's a rotary long bed, which means you can put a wooden piece like this, or as long as you like, and it will run it through the engraver and engrave all the way down or cut all the way down as long as a piece of wood you can put on there. Now those 4 things are the killer features that drew me to this this laser engraver. I don't have the long rotary bed yet. That is still in production, but I hope to get that soon. I mean, it's not like I can use it at the moment. I've got 300 bolts to bolt in. And this is the enclosure, which comes with a small fan as well, which is quite nice. Which should hopefully, with those heat sinks, keep it all pretty reasonable temperature inside. That's the company logo. Let's see if I can get that to focus. There you go. Sparkmaker LaserPro Laser Engraver and Cutter. All good, quite happy with that. That's plastic, by the way, but you know, at the end of the day, I think that's all right. Feels like good quality ABS or something like that. So hopefully heat resistant, fire retardant. One thing I haven't seen is any kite marks on any of this yet, but I'm sure there will be when I look into it. You notice there isn't any paperwork in the box, is there? There's no manuals, no nothing. And then this is the power supply, just the AC adapter. Again. Yeah, Tommy, I've got a fair bit of research to do, mate. But I think that's that. So I think that's generally it. But what I am going to do is I just want to play you. I'm going to see now if I can play you the Sparkmaker video. Let's see if I can manage that, and then you can have a quick look at a couple of the features that I really think are cool on this. Bear with me.
We are Mr. Carr, and in order to meet our friends'
We'll be with you in a second. As I say, just bear with me, guys. Window capture, create new. Okay. Let's get you to full size. Right. Hopefully this will work, guys. Yeah, so you can see what they're doing now. It just seems to have some features that I haven't seen elsewhere. I'm sure, unlike super expensive lasers that come in cabinets, you get these features, but this isn't megabucks. This is a few £100, like it was when I invested in the old Kickstarter campaign. This is pretty cool. It's just processing a cut now. I'm going to cut out a template. Well, hopefully that wasn't too boring. Sounds like you couldn't hear me in the chat, but that's all right because I was just mumbling away. But I've got plenty of work to do to get this bad boy up and running. But I'll keep you all updated, and then hopefully I'll have some fun, and we'll see what we can't engrave going forwards. There's a good community of people out there that are all willing to help. So, am I still out of focus? Yeah, I quite like the feature of the camera. Let's see, am I out of focus? What's out of focus? Doesn't look out of focus at my end, but maybe that's something to do with my eyesight and not yours. But yeah, all good. And I actually think I recall that this was a freebie, which was won as a consequence of being a certain backer number. Well, I have to say I'm not that impressed with the bag, but the laser engraver is pretty amazing. All right, cool. Well, I'll put the links to the videos for Sparkmaker in the chat, but or in the comments, or not in the comments, in the description even. But thanks for watching. You can see I'm going to be quite busy. I'm not sure how much turning I'm going to get to do, because I need to probably keep this dust free in here. So I'm going to be building most evenings, I think, for a while, and then we'll test it out. Interesting that they haven't sent me any wood or any leather or any plastic or anything other than metal items. So I wasn't really expecting to be able to do much with metal, but it does seem that they've sent quite a lot of metal items. So so if it can engrave on metal to that extent, then that'll be cool. That'll be really cool. So anyway, I'm going to call it a night. I haven't given you any specs. I haven't told you anything about it. I've shown you things in a box and I've put them all back in a box. And that's it really. So if you want some techie stuff, you'll have to have a look at their website and see what's going on. But maybe if you're interested in it, wait until I've built it and I'll tell you a little bit more about the detail of how it's doing, and you can see for yourself. All the things that are online at the moment, there aren't any real videos of this on YouTube as it stands at the moment. It's literally hot out of the factory. At the moment, I think there's less than 8 or 9 units that have been delivered outside of their locality. There's a few gone to America. This is the first one I'm aware of in the UK, but I'm sure there are a couple of others. We'll get it built. Hopefully I won't find any missing bolts. I don't think I will, because there's plenty there by the look of it. But and we'll see how we get on. And if I need any help, I'll be sure to shout and put up a video, and we can try and team on it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Tommy. But it'd be interesting to see what their thoughts are, because what they've given me here, I mean, they've certainly given some that are coloured, but let's go back to that other camera. But you know, where are we? You know, that's pretty shiny, so I'm assuming that they'll be wanting me to colour it in black with some kind of permanent marker. I mean, I guess that kind of tag, they're assuming that it can burn the paint off that without any permanent marking on it, I'm assuming. So so that's quite interesting, and they're giving me a few different colours with that, a gold one and a red one. These are metal, by the way, not plastic. These feel like aluminium actually, or some kind of base metal, but they're quite interesting. And then obviously I've got all of these shiny items, so I'll have to investigate exactly what that means, but I'm sure I'll be needing to colour them in with some kind of permanent marker. That's what I think is needing to be done normally, isn't it? You would just you take a Sharpie and colour it in like so, and then you'd engrave over that, is my understanding, but we shall see. We shall see. Right, thanks for hanging out again. I don't intend this to go on any longer than it needs to, so 45 minutes is about where it needs to be, I think. So I'll talk to you all soon. Anyone who watches this and wants future updates, just hit the subscribe and the notify channel, and I'll be sure to post others as I work my way through the 300 plus bolts that I seem to have in this box. Yeah, I don't know. So this is, I think it's blue diode. I think it's blue diode, Tommy. So I can have a quick look, can't we? Sparkmaker LaserPro. Let's have a quick look. Window. Window capture. 2 secs. Right. So Well, that's what it's going to look like when I finish building it. I can't believe there's that many bolts that to go into that. But anyway, yeah. Let's see. So these are what it reckons it can. Oh, I see. They're giving me that bag so I can engrave on it. Okay. Stone. Yeah. Here we go. Well, looks like it'll engrave onto the back of an iPad, which that's pretty cool. Okay, Tommy, there's the specs. I've got the 10-watt LaserPro S twin beams. So the 460 NM, Tommy, is that what I need to buy for the shield? Yeah, 460 nanometers, is it? Okay, that's cool. I've got this feeling of deja vu a little bit, right? I think we've probably talked about this before when I was just investing it or backing it. I kind of feel like you and I have sat and had this discussion once before, and I'd forgotten it. So this is a return to that discussion. But yeah, cool. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if it manages to engrave and cut through all the things that it reckons it will. But we'll see, mate. We'll see. What have you got then, Tommy? You must have an engraver, right? You say you've got a CO2. That's what I didn't buy. But you know, at the end of the day, it didn't look. It looked like some Meccano with bits of plastic. I can probably do better than that myself, I thought. And I think that it was £70 or something like that. So I think I can probably do better than that. Anyway, on that note, Tommy, I'm going to call it a night. See you later, dude. All right, mate. I'm gonna have a good look. I'm gonna have a good look. Thanks for those tips, mate. Really good. Cheers, mate.